Okay, so today we're going to be answering questions, BCBA ethics practice questions for the exam. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, it says challenging level, but I know this won't be challenging for you. Number one, a BCBA receives a gift card from a client's parents as a thank you. The BCBA politely refuses, but the parent insists and says it would be rude not to accept. What is the most ethical response?
I will still say thank you to the parents, but I will explain the rules of the BCBA board, and I will refuse.
Okay, you refuse, but just in a diplomatic way, and a nice way, right?
Yeah, not. I explain. I'm appreciating the gifts, but I'm unable to accept it at the moment because of the BCBA regulations.
Awesome, because even small gifts can be considered a conflict of interest or
Yes.
affect your objectivity. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, number two, you notice a fellow BCBA is using outdated assessment tools that are not validated for the client population. What is your ethical responsibility? What will be your ethical responsibility as a BCBA?
So my ethical responsibility would be if they were with me in the same company, I will go in and tell the company he's using outdated procedures.
Yeah, so the BACB, they would like you to talk to the BCBA first, then take further steps if needed to protect client quality of care. So they want you to
Okay,
talk
so
to the
so I will
BCBA
talk.
first.
So I need to talk to the BCBA
Mhm.
first, right?
Yes,
Okay, I see.
awesome. Okay. Number three, a supervisee expresses frustration about a client on social media without using names, but includes enough details that the situation is recognizable. What would you do as a BCBA?
I would I will talk to him and explain my concern and telling it's not ethic about putting information about a client in social media, even saying the name.
Awesome, because this is a privacy issue. Social media posts, even without names, can still violate confidentiality. That's great. Okay, number four. A behavior analyst begins a romantic relationship with the sibling of a current client. What code element does this potentially violate? Not the actual number, but is it avoid dual relationships or
Dual relationship.
yes, exactly. Romantic or close personal relationships with family members of clients are unethical.
Yeah.
Okay, number five. Your supervisor asks you to sign off on hours that you did not supervise. What is the most ethical response as a
Um,
BCA? What are you going to do?
I would say I'm sorry, but I will not sign hours I did not get supervised.
That you did not supervise the
Yes.
okay, awesome. So do not sign. Signing for supervision you didn't provide is dishonest and a violation of ethical standards. Beautiful.
Yes.
Number six, you are working with a bilingual client, but you are not fluent in the client's native language. The parent asks for training in their preferred language, which you do not speak. What would you do?
Well, I will explain the parents I'm not fluent in the client's native language, and I will refer him. He wants somebody else to speak on his language, or I can explain on English, yeah, as you prefer. But for me, the best thing will be explain the situation, saying I do not speak the language, and refer him to another BCBA to take over the case, either one for the training, who
Awesome.
speaks the language fluent.
Okay, awesome. You must make sure the client and family can understand services either through an interpreter or by referring out. That was beautiful.
So I got a question.
Yes.
Hypothetically, I'm working with a client who speak Chinese, for
Mhm,
example,
mhm.
and they don't understand real English. Can I get a translator? And
Yes,
that
so
will be
you can talk to your supervising BCBA and request a translator.
okay. I see.
Okay, awesome. Number seven, a BCBA is providing services in a school and notices staff frequently using punishment procedures not included in the behavior plan. What is your ethical obligation?
My ethicals, I would say, to report him to the office, the
Mhm.
school office, because since it's a school, so they can take um manners in the hand because it's unethical to do punishment that are not in the behavior plan.
Perfect. Report and protect. You must ensure all procedures follow the behavior plan and are ethical. Speak up and try to correct it. That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. Okay. No, number 8. You are assigned a client with a diagnosis and treatment area you're unfamiliar with. Your supervisor says to just do your best. What action should you take?
I was I would say my supervisors to ask for more training since I'm not prepared. I will it would be unethical to take the clients without the right training.
Yes, don't practice outside your expertise. You should get supervision or training or refer the case. Awesome.
Yes.
Number 9, you receive a request to assess a child, but realize a family member is a close personal friend. How should you proceed?
Since it's a close friend, I would recommend to another BCBA take over the case because do a relationship because I'm close to them.
Yes, you should avoid conflict. Close
It's
personal
a
relationships.
it's a conflict of interest. It was the word I was looking.
Yes, close personal relationships can cloud professional judgment. It's best not to take the case. Number 10, a client's family begins asking your opinion on medical treatment decisions. For example, medication. How should you ethically respond?
I would say, unfortunately, I not can give you advice on medical treatment. If you need help with medication, always talk to the doctor who assigned the medication to your children.
Perfect. Stay in your lane. Behavior analysts do not give medical advice. Refer the family to a qualified professional. Beautiful. Number 11, you suspect a colleague is falsifying data. What is your ethical obligation before reporting?
My ethical obligation before reporting something like that, I believe, would be talk to my fellow colleague and gather enough evidence before moving to the next step.
Perfect. Verify and document. Don't jump to report. First, check the facts and address it if possible, then report if needed. Okay. Number 12, a client you worked with has completed services. 6 months later, the parent invites you to dinner as a thank you. Is it ethical to go?
Hmm, that's a tricky one. I would say yes, because it's no longer my client and it's been 6 months. So I would say yes.
Okay, so I need you to decline the invite. Even if services ended, you must wait at least 2 years before forming personal relationships with clients.
Even it's not my client anymore, right?
Yeah, but you have to wait 2 years.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because you see, it says 6 months later. 6 months later is not going to work. It has to be 2 years. So number 13, you are providing services remotely and see that the client is frequently left unsupervised during sessions. What is your ethical course of action?
Well, question is left unsupervised by the RBT or the parents?
You are providing services remotely and see that the client is frequently left unsupervised during session. Oh, from the parents, if you're
Oh,
providing services remotely.
okay. So my ethical will be talk to the parents first and explain my concerns about living unsupervised.
Ensure safety, report concerns to the family and possibly higher authorities. Clients must be safe during session. Okay. Number 14, a parent asks you to reduce service hours to accommodate the child's extracurricular activities, but you believe the reduction will harm progress. How would you respond?
Well, we always have, I would say yes, because we always have to respect on the parents' choices. We not can input treatment hours the parent doesn't want.
Okay, so explain the risk. Share your professional opinion about how fewer hours could impact the child. Work together on a solution. Okay. Number 15, you are supervising an RBT who consistently shows up late and unprepared. What steps should you take to remain ethical?
Well, me personally, I will talk to the RBT and explain my concern about him showing late and unprepared to the client. We always have to be ready and prepared to help our client the best.
Yes, provide feedback and document. You are responsible for supervising RBTs. Give clear expectations and document issues. Beautiful. Number 16, during a home visit, you overhear the caregiver making racist remarks to a family member. How should you handle the situation ethically?
Well, I would say is do not make any comments, no make no opinions about the matter since it's unethical to make opinions.
Okay, so we're going to set boundaries. You don't tolerate discrimination. You're going to address it if appropriate and take steps to maintain ethical standards.
So I will should I tell the family then is it inappropriate to make
Yeah,
that
you
kind of
can
comment?
say something like, I don't think that's the most appropriate language to use. Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Yeah, so that's a situation I've seen before. So yeah.
Number 17, a BCBA is asked to write a letter to support a family's custody case, but they've never observed the child in that context. What is the ethical issue here?
The ethical issue here would be writing a letter because since I never seen the client, it would be unethical for me to making an opinion because I don't know what is going on with the family. I don't know what is going on with the child.
Exactly. Don't write unsupported statements. Only write reports based on data and direct knowledge, not assumptions. Beautiful. Number 18, you discover another BCBA is copying your treatment plans and using them for clients with different needs. What are you going to do?
Well, I would talk to the BCBA first, and I was playing. Then he should make his own treatment plans for the children since every children had different needs.
Exactly. Protect your work and the clients. You're going to talk to the BCBA or report them if needed. Using plans without customization is definitely unethical. Number 19, you're asked to train staff at a facility that uses punishment only programs. You disagree with their approach, but they offer a high paying contract. What is the ethical decision here?
Even since I disagree, I will not accept the contract because punishment only is harmful for the children.
Exactly.
It's
You're going to decline or work to change the program. Don't accept work that goes against ethical treatment. Try to help them improve. But not least, number 20, you realize that a client's program is not producing results, but the family is resistant to changes. What is your ethical responsibility?
well, my ethical responsibility is with the client first. So I will sit down with the family, explain the situation in a way they understand, explaining the problems are not producing results, and then we should make some changes because it will be a benefit for the children.
Yes, even if it's hard, you must adjust programs that aren't working and advocate for what the client needs. So we're going to update the plan. Awesome. Thank you so much. You did a great
You're
job.
welcome.
This was
This
excellent.
was hard. It was hard. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, because
I
last time it was too easy. So I told them, give me the